This is the story of Jonah. I knew Jonah quite intimately for a few days during the story. And first of all, let's make this clear. I am not a fish. I am a mammal. And now the story. One day the Creator came to Jonah and told him to go to Nineveh and let the people of Nineveh know that God knows about the evil things they've been doing. So Jonah headed for Tarshish. And let's make this clear. Tarshish is in the opposite direction from Nineveh. So you know this isn't going to bode well for Jonah. He found a ship sailing from Tarshish, paid passage, and headed for the hold of the ship, where he went to sleep. A huge storm came up on the ocean and threatened the ship. This totally freaked out the sailors, who cried out to their own gods. Let's make this clear. It wasn't the gods of the sailors that caused the storm, but the Almighty One. The sailors, not knowing what else to do, cast lots to see if they could figure out who was causing this destructive storm. Of course, the lot came down on Jonah.
Who are you?
The sailors asked Jonah. I am a Hebrew, and I'm fleeing the omnipresent one. Now let's make this clear. Omnipresent means everywhere. There's no fleeing. If you want the storm to stop, says Jonah, throw me into the sea, and the sea will quiet down for you. So the sailors tossed Jonah into the waters, and the storm stopped. The sailors were in awe of the power of the Almighty. And this is where I come in. Jonah came into my mouth, and I swallowed him. Now, let's make this clear. It wasn't my idea to swallow Jonah. The Eternal One came up with this idea to save Jonah from drowning in the rough waters and strangling in the seaweed, and to give Jonah a few days to think about things. Jonah did think about things for 3 days, and he finally realized that since God had saved him from drowning, he really had no choice but to do what was asked of him. By that time, I was feeling a little seasick myself. Must have been something I ate. So I vomited Jonah onto dry land, and he headed for Nineveh. Jonah walked through the city declaring, 40 more days and Nineveh is overthrown. The king of Nineveh, hoping to avoid a pandemic, issued strict guidelines for his great city. He ordered everyone, including beasts, cattle, and sheep, to fast, to consume no food and no water, and to dress in sackcloth and forsake their evil ways.
Moo.
Everyone agreed to comply with the king ordered because they trusted the experts. And let's make this clear, they didn't even have science yet. God saw their actions and repented and did not destroy them. This infuriated Jonah. I knew you'd do that. That's why I ran to Tarshish, he told God. Why don't you just kill me? I'd rather die than live. Now, I'm just a whale, but that seems a little over the top to me. I guess every good story needs a drama queen. Well, then Jonah went outside the city, built a sukkah to shade himself, and waited to see what would happen to Nineveh. Then the all-powerful one made a vine grow to shade Jonah's head and get him out of his miserable mood. Jonah really enjoyed that vine. And that night, God sent a weevil to destroy the vine and sent a hot wind. That really pushed Jonah over the edge. Just kill me, he told the omnipresent one. God asked Jonah why he was so mad about the vine that he did nothing to make it grow. And should I not be concerned for Nineveh, a great city which has within it more than 120,000 human beings and much cattle too? And that's where the story ends. Don't ask me, I'm just a whale.